Computer Doctor Show. If you or your programs commonly use Adobe Flash, you might have some blocked content come December 31st. Reason why? Adobe is discontinuing the end of life with a lot of these programs that they have, especially Flash Player. It was announced 3 years ago, so you really can't really be too upset about Flash ending. That Adobe end of life would happen this year, so they gave us 3 years notice. Here are some things that you do need to know. If your website was designed with motion graphics or picture slides more than 3 years ago, there's a chance that your website might be using Flash, especially if you have those sliding slides or pictures on your website. We do have a caller on the line with a couple of questions. Roberta is on line 1. Hi, Roberta.
Hi, thank you for taking my call. I have 2 quick questions, if I may.
Sure.
One is the Bible read on the iPhone in English for someone with low vision?
Absolutely. I believe you can. Actually, the answer to that question is yes. What's the answer to your other question?
Oh, well, I was wondering if I could get a site how to look it up. I'm very inept when it comes to
okay.
the phone.
Hey, Tom, can you take Roberta back? Get her phone number. I'm going to give her a call after the show. Okay? Thank you, Roberta. I'll speak to you in a little bit.
Thank you so much.
So if you had a website that was designed maybe a few years ago, maybe about 3 years ago, if anything, that site could possibly be using Flash. And what that basically means is after December 31st, anyone that may be trying to access that website, their Flash on their computer will not be working. So you want to make sure that you're updating your website and make sure that your website that you currently have up does not use any Flash. If there is anything in your business where life is a mission, where your life is like a mission critical that uses Flash Player or Flash API, you should find an alternative. So this can, this type of technology is one of these situations where if you have a mission critical computer application where it is actually very, very important for you and this application actually uses Flash, here's what you want to do. You want to uninstall Flash like as soon as possible, okay, and see if that program still works while Flash is uninstalled. What that's going to do is that's going to mimic December 31st. And if December 31st comes in real time and you are not all of a sudden not able to use your programs, then you would have to kind of fumble around or scrounge for a solution. And that's not something that you want to do, like especially if it's something that is mission critical. But to keep your mind at ease, in 2015, popular websites such as YouTube and Facebook and other social media websites, they've already switched from using Flash Player to the HTML5 version of Player and some of the HTML5 tools. So a lot of the more popular websites that have kept up to date, a lot of them have already stopped using Flash. Now, there are some older gaming websites, some of the, like the little kids game sites or like the little Flash games. Unfortunately, we may have to kiss those games goodbye for good unless these websites have updated their infrastructure to not include the Flash player. Now, there's several of these sites that are out there that I know that they were out in operation at least within the past year because I sometimes go to them myself, and they always ask you to turn on your Flash Player switches on your browser. So I know that there are sites that are still using them, but we need to make sure that they are turned off. Well, we need to make sure that they're turned on, obviously, to play the games, but we may have to go to another gaming website if we like playing these web games. Now, historically, when a manufacturer of major software product has an end of life, which is exactly what this is. This is an end of life for Adobe Flash Player. So when Adobe Flash Player is going to end, does that mean that all of your computer and everything that you have on your computer is going to fail? Well, no, it doesn't exactly mean that, because there are lots of things that have end of life. There was the end of life of Windows 7. There was end of life of Windows XP. End of life of lots of major programs that had a really, really large following. In none of those cases did the entire infrastructure just completely collapse. What Adobe is saying on their official website is that the Adobe Flash is actually going to the Adobe Flash is actually going to block any content that's requesting access to use it. Now, of course, there's all kinds of workarounds for that. You could always change the date on your system to backdate it so that it will make it function. But it's saying that it will be blocked. But again, historically, content continues to function. There's a good chance that this content is going to continue to function as normal until the system gradually outdates, until the computer will become more and more difficult to use. It's going to start giving you all kinds of problems with this, all kinds of problems with that. And it's going to, you're going to end up being pushed into a position where you have to start updating your computer anyway. Anyway, Adobe is recommending